Hmm. So, welcome to today's Today in History and Did You Know segment with Regina Bliss. So, in 1967, Ghana introduced the new Cedi currency, which replaced the 1965 Cedi. This change was a significant event in Ghana's economic history. It's also interesting to note that the new Cedi notes were in circulation for about 6 years until they were replaced by the Cedi in March 1973. Today in history, 1801, Thomas Jefferson was indeed elected the third president of the United States, but it's interesting to note that he wasn't elected on February 17th. According to historical records, Jefferson was elected president on December 3rd, 1800, but the election was contentious and wasn't resolved until February 17th, 1801. Today in history, 1865, Columbia, South Carolina was burned by Confederate forces, but it's worth noting that there's some debate about who actually started the fires. While Confederate General Ward Hampton's forces were retreating from the city, they did set fire to cotton bales and other materials to prevent them from falling into Union hands. And did you know that the Great Wall of China is not visible from space, despite its reputation as being the longest man-made structure in the world? Did you also know that there's a species of jellyfish that is immortal? The Teratopis dohim, also known as the immortal jellyfish, can transform its body into a younger state through a process called transdifferentiation. Did you also know that the human nose can detect over 1 trillion different scents? And lastly, did you know that the human eye can process 36,000 bits of information every hour? This is where I end today's Today in History. Up next is our news for today.